Before 9/11, Americans knew when we were at war. There were commercials about supporting the effort or supporting our troops. Americans even knew we were at war in Vietnam, even though our government refused to call it a war. But in 2016, Americans don't seem to realize that now we're not only involved in one war, we're waging war in 5 countries. Of course, Americans might realize we've got something military-ish going on in Iraq, but we're told we're only advising Iraqi military. No one seems to realize we're still dropping lots of bombs there. Same thing with Syria. Americans are told we don't have boots on the ground, so they don't seem to realize we're dropping thousands of bombs there too, or that we're dumping weapons all over the area. Americans don't seem to realize that we are conducting war in Iraq and Syria. Then there's Somalia. Just a few days ago, the New York Times did a huge write-up about our secret war there and how Obama has escalated it largely over the past year, sending in hundreds of troops and airstrikes, along with a bunch of contractors. Not one American I know could even point to Somalia on a map, let alone identify it as a country we're at war with. Same thing with Yemen. Most Americans have no idea that their government is actively helping Saudi Arabia bomb Yemen into bits. We've given them logistical support for their airstrikes, which specifically target civilians. And we just recently launched our own cruise missiles at some radar installations there. How many Americans do you know that know our military is bombing Yemen? Or Libya, the 5th country we're at war with right now. How many Americans do you know that their military just launched 30 strikes on one Libyan city in just 3 days? Iraq, Syria, Somalia, Yemen, and Libya. These are 5 countries where America is actively waging war, and Americans have no idea. Why? By design. Wars used to be a rallying cry for freedom, but now our leaders know our wars are not so valiant. They know that if Americans did realize just how much death and destruction our military is causing, they might get upset. That's why war isn't even talked about anymore. In our media, during our presidential debates, nothing, not one word about all our wars. Here in America, we have the luxury of not knowing. The rest of the world is not so lucky. Tonight, let's talk about that.